We have Token, Exception.
Okay.
This is supposed to be one of his deeper songs.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? We have Doozy, which was funny. No Sucker MC Contest, which was good. And it was funny. It was more straight to the point of, you know, no one stepping to him. Then we had Waist Down, which was super funny. That was super duper funny. That was a funny video. That was a funny concept. But he still came with some realness at the end to make a real good point. So now we have Exception. The Exception. So let's see what he's talking about. And here we go. 1 year later.
Oh no. Dang.
There they go again, harassing this kid so easily. His name is Andy, he grew up right down the street from me. I barely know him though, I just see him in school while passing him. Usually followed by 2 kids giggling in back of him. I don't know why they feel a need to interfere, and I'll be honest, the kid is obviously a little weird. He's got a stutter plus always talks to himself, but it is clear to me they shouldn't mess with him. He probably wish they disappear, like yeah, he's different. So, he ain't causing harm to anyone. Yeah, he might annoy him, not on purpose though. He's never done something intentionally offensive like these other kids, like yelling stop being a retard when they see him mumbling or call him a faggot when he's saying something awkward. Yeah, he lives with it, but he shouldn't have to any longer. He's just a kid like any of us. And matter of fact, next time I see it, I'ma say something and have his back.
I don't get mad at someone for getting mad at you.
Yeah.
Like anybody's gonna take your hand after you freaking drop it. You move the chair up and you sit down.
If y'all was cool.
Dude, if y'all was cool, you wouldn't do that.
The next day ain't any better. They're abusing him. Every day gets worse because people accept it as they become used to it. And he don't stand up. But what can you do with the hate against you? You call him out, you call the spaz with some anger issues. They hear, but they don't listen. Senseless. They hearing that bullies are everywhere, thinking that here must be the exception. But it's so alive and it's so true. They got open eyes, but they don't view. They got growing minds that they don't use, and it's pulverizing our whole youth. But to be honest, most of these bullies don't mean any harm. They're just kids like any of us. They like to be in charge, they like attention. They just lack guidance and getting it, so they put others down. None of us are always innocent, but that don't make it right. Cause again, I'm watching Andy get tortured by 2 of his peers with no reason in sight. And I know he knows I'm watching, he sees me paying attention, and it's getting worse and worse. I hope he knows that I respect him. Yeah. The next day, Andy didn't show up to school, and I was nervous. He always came to this class. I wonder what was the purpose. The same class had the 2 kids who'd been messing with him, but without a target, both of them just blended right in. 20 minutes later, the class was pretty quiet. As Andy walks through the door, he was shaking and crying. As all heads slowly in sync turn, he pauses, then pulls a pistol out of his front pocket. The girl screamed, the boy sat there terrified. Nobody expected this, but everyone knew the reason why. And before anyone could say something fully, within seconds, 2 bullets flew into his bullies. More screams as the bodies collapsed. I felt I should say something, cause I was the only one who had his back. I said, it's over, Andy, they're dead. You had your wish. He turned to me and said, you were the 3rd on my list.
Oh.
Been there for the whole thing.
Every year I was there. It's like Puss in Boots. Like I was there for everything. Dang. I was like right there. What? Hell, you would have got shot too. That nigga's literally right there. Excuse me, can you beat him up somewhere else? He's in the way. I need to go this way. Excuse me.
Makes sense now. I was like, why are you off him? He's like, but he been there the whole time.
He's watching and helping me. He's just as bad as they are. Let it go on. Oh my god. Man.
Token.
You got your wish. Not quite. Pow, 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 pow. Beep.
Man.
Dang.
I was so thinking, like, why did he shoot him?
Wow.
Then it makes sense, you know. You was there the whole time, he's turning your back.
He's like, you could have said something.
You just turned
it
your
would've been
back.
Two of us and two of them. At least they would have like.
A lot of people don't understand that concept either, like, of why people get lumped in with other people when they don't do nothing they know is wrong. You know what I'm saying? They don't say anything.
I was always told as a kid, silence gives consent. You don't say nothing as you saying it's okay.
Yep, that's why people don't understand why cops are getting the hate they're getting, and why people are not separating the cops is because cops are doing jacked up stuff, and other cops ain't saying nothing about it.
Oh yeah,
and they're not doing anything about it.
You get right there with them.
So therefore, you're basically giving the consent.
You're saying it's okay by you not saying nothing, because if something was wrong, you would say something.
Yeah,
hey,
if you had a moral, you would say something.
But if you agreed with it, it's how it's going to be taken. Even if you don't actually agree with it, if you're just scared or whatever. If you don't say anything, that's you saying it's okay.
Yeah. So
you sitting by idly is the same as being you're actually an accessory. If there was a crime going on, if you sat there like in the car or whatever and didn't say anything,
or remove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, I don't want no part of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here.
I'm out.
Or hey, I don't want no part of this. I ain't finna kick this person in his handcuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that is why. Like this video explains why people get lumped in with stuff. It's because bad things or wrong things happen, and people sit back and watch and don't say nothing about it. So then, if someone wants revenge, guess what happens? You don't look any different than who they want their revenge against.
Well,
so you get lumped in with it.
I think even more so is the fact that the reason they're after them is going to be the reason they're after you, because it's the set that lumps all together is the event. Like, well, they were stomping me out. You were literally 5 feet away from me every time, and didn't do nothing. You watched the whole thing, except in the locker room. You watched the entire thing, and every time I looked at you for like some kind of like help, or like a glimmer of hope. Like, okay, well, at least he's like he got like a mad look or something. He's like, I'm gonna say. You just turn your head. I don't know nothing,
and walk away. So. And as far as bullying goes, today's a different day and age. So bullying is something
if it's still
different than what it was back then. So I don't really talk on bullying because I'm not gonna lie. Like I've had the chair pull thing, but that was with homies, and it was like ha, and then like next time I get them. You know what I'm saying?
In middle school, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like when
I was just thinking, I was like, but that looked like high school.
True, but I mean, some people don't grow up in high school either.
But what I'm saying is like that stuff is funny in middle school, like a couple times.
That's what I'm saying. Like
elementary,
but like back then, that's what it was.
Yeah,
it was. When you played pranks, it was I got you. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, okay, well, you got me. I'm gonna do the same prank on you. But my goal is try to make sure there's more people around that make it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to give it the bigger effect. And then at the end of the day,
Right, yeah,
you still went home with each other.
It has to be some kind of one up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, exactly.
People, whether like you fall harder, or,
Yeah.
you know,
It had to be a one up.
You throw your tray up or something. It has to be a one up. But like with bullying, it's basically you wanting up the last thing you did to the person.
Bingo.
You know, that's literally.
And bullying is such a different concept because when I was in school, bullies were rare. Yeah, we all played jokes on each other. We all joked on one another and stuff like that. But bullying was rare. It was always like the one or two kids who just had a broken home type scenario going on, who was the bullies. And bullies was like always this super big person picking on this like super wimpy person. It wasn't like it is today where you just get called being a bully for just about anything that you do. You know what I'm saying? It was completely different then. It was, hey, that guy's the bully. But that bully knew who he couldn't mess with and who he could mess with. So if he ran up on the wrong person, like, man, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Man, I like that hat. Give me that hat. Blah, socked. Not messing with that kid again because he's willing to fight back. And fighting back wasn't like it is today where you're wrong if you fight up and, you know, defend yourself.
I'm just saying myself to the death. Yeah, that's right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing like that back then.
Yeah,
you stood up for
back
yourself.
then?
Like, teachers would sit back and be like, they would break it up if it went too far.
Yeah.
But if you stood up for yourself and you just basically stabbed you at,
they let it go on long enough for you to prove a point.
Yep.
Because at that moment you were getting fed up. You know, you got a whole bunch of emotions welled up. You probably kept some stuff bottled in because the only person you can take it out on is the person that did it. And since you felt like you couldn't do nothing, it just stacked up. You know, filled up. And then once it overflows, it like explode on this person. They're caught off guard because the whole time you was a pump and you didn't do anything. You know, so they took advantage of that. You know, whether you were timid, weak, or something was wrong with you, or they thought something was wrong with you. You know, they mess with you until too much, you explode. They get scared. They call the guard. You turn them up, and then the teacher's like, okay.
Yeah.
But it's usually when they're either crying or apologizing is when the teacher pulls them up. Okay, points made.
Because you're kind of helping the teacher. Because like that kid that's like bullying people, he's normally a problem kid.
Oh yeah.
So he's normally disruptive in class and blah blah yada yada. So the more victims he has to do that with in class, the more disruptions he's gonna cause.
And
so
even with that, some teachers, like in high school, I don't know how it was with you, but in high school here, all the coaches had like actual like teaching positions. I guess they wanted them to
teach history,
to
science,
do more history, something like
like
everything. Yeah. So those like my math teacher.
Oh yeah,
those would be like. Those will put you on blast. Hey, don't make me get homeboy on you.
That's what I'm
saying. Whole
saying.
Class.
So, you know, they
like
coaches.
all the other teachers would be like, you know, you've already had one lesson today. Coaches is straight blunt. I'm gonna get homeboy with your ass. Keep on. I ain't even gotta write you up no more. Never no more.
That's what I'm saying. It's different, man. It was just so different. Now you can't defend yourself, or you're a bully.
Yeah, you defend yourself against a bully.
Even saying something about somebody's shoes, you're a bully. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know how many times how many times I got roasted for my shoes?
You're supposed to, or if you're from the, I don't know, some people call it clowning. We used to. It's the same thing. Ragging.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Roasting, clowning.
Roasting, ragging, clowning. That covers the coast. I mean, I don't know about Northeast and Northwest, but
what it does is it used to teach you to stand up for yourself
and to be quick on your feet.
To be quick on your feet.
To
be quick with it. Because if they crack a joke and then you
don't come back with one within like 3 seconds, or at least start one, man, you know, if you don't start one, or even say, oh man, that's a nice that was funny coming from somebody like you. Like you can even give yourself time, you know, just a quick redirect. Oh yeah,
man,
you know,
it used
that ain't what your
so
mama said,
different.
you know, and then They at that point you bought yourself a whole nother 5 or 6 seconds, and then everybody laughing or pointing at them. Oh, you talking about your mama?
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, she blah blah blah, this and that. We went on a date and it was nice, and I didn't call her. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, you could say whatever.
It was,
but as long as you said something,
it would teach you things to get you ready for being out in society.
For life, yeah, because it still happens.
Now we have this generation of victims. Everyone's a victim now.
I don't like when you talk to me like that.
You know what I'm saying? But what that does is it creates a submissive generation of people, and why bosses treat their workers like shit and say particular things to them, because back in the day it used to be y'all gonna do this, and they'd be like we ain't finna do nothing, because without us here it ain't gonna get done anyways, so we want this and this, and then we'll do that. Now it's y'all gonna do this. Hey, I know that volcano's gonna erupt over there, but y'all better get this work done. And you'd be like, but my life's in danger. Well, I better do it because I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to lose my job. And like, I've been on so many jobs where people just get treated like crap, bro. Pay, benefits, everything. And then I'm like, so y'all ain't gonna stand up and say nothing?
I'm like this. Like 20 years ago, a boss bully bosses were rare because of no matter what your profession was, you came at somebody the wrong way, you could have got socked. Straight up. And it wouldn't know, or at least get in your face and call you out. Mm-hmm. Hey, we can do it right here, or we can go outside. Either one you pick. You want to tear up the office, tear up the restaurant, tear up the retail place, tear up the factory, or do you want to tear up outside the yard? Either one. Because you ain't going to just talk to me like you done lost your mind and then think I'm going to just be sitting there and be okay with it.
I've said that to some bosses, like, bro, I have kids. I'm not your kid.
Yeah.
I know.
I ain't got a kid. I'm the other way around. I was already raised. Watch your mouth,
I know how people talk to children.
The
way you're talking to me.
The demeanor tone of talking down.
It's like a child. Nah, bro.
Younger or older, even if you older than me, you forget you an adult talking to another adult. Watch your mouth.
So we just raise this generation of victims now, and
nobody
wants to stand up for themselves. And if you do, you're a bully or you're a bad person. You shouldn't do that.
I'll be a bully before I be a victim. I tell you that.
I hate to say it, but I miss the old days.
Oh yeah.
I miss the old days. If I teach my kids, he say what? I go over there and kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
You're raising a bully. No, I'm not. The kid said something. He hit my son. He did something. My son's going to learn that you need to teach a person there's consequences for your actions.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this internet, this is what this internet has done. The internet has taken that consequence away.
Oh, yeah.
You can say all types of dumb stuff in comments and DMs or whatever and stuff like that. And ain't nobody knocking on your door like, dun, dun. Hey. Yeah, ain't you bro 947?
And you know what? Even when online did start, it wasn't around the world. It was like
exactly. It was
like your neighborhood.
It was your neighborhood.
It was your neighborhood.
It was like it was closed off. So if someone was talking mess, you knew where to find them.
You didn't even have to pause the game. You didn't have to wait till it was over. And their mama would answer. Their mama would answer, hey, so-and-so still here? Yeah, he playing the game. Open the door, depending on who it was. They might get a warning, hey, you was feeling yourself a little too much. Oh, man. And because they guarded down the game, turn around and see the nigga they was talking mess to. They get that look like, you about to get a whooping.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just playing, right? Yeah, you was just playing.
See, it used to be different, man.
Don't play like that.
You sit there talking mess in the messenger, like, bro, I'm gonna see you at school on Monday.
Nigga, I can see you now if I want to. Give my mom $5 for gas. We be at your house in 3 minutes, nigga.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but yeah, back then it was.
We got the basketball game coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I could throw a rock and hit somebody's house who I was playing online with.
It's different now. It's so different.
Pick up the phone, the corded phone.
Yeah.
With the 25 or the 50 foot cord.
With the numbers that's this big on it.
Yeah, with the square numbers. So all y'all who don't know what we mean by back in the day. Hello? Hey, is your son there? Yeah. Oh, hello. Walking with the phone so you can hear the footsteps and talking. Hey, he over there. Open this door. What you doing? Somebody want to talk to you. Who is it? So. Hear it loud and clear. Be like, huh? Boy, you heard me. Take the damn phone. Hey, what was you saying, man?
What'd you say?
Got the phone in one ear and the headset in the other. You got one, and it was both.
Man.
Anyways, people didn't talk mess online back in the day when it started.
It was consequences.
It was consequences. You would see that person at school, whether it was in the gym, at breakfast, lunch, dinner, after school.
One of them classes.
Or one of your classes.
One of the classes you had in the same hallway.
Recess or your locker. Because your locker stayed in one spot. You went all around the school and came back to that locker after every class.
It's so different. The consequences of people's actions have been taken away. Have been removed. And this is why we get this whole system of bullying and online trolling and all this type of stuff. Like
people didn't freaking kill themselves because somebody talked about their shoes.
And then it'd be nice shoes. Yeah. Someone's clowning your Jordans just because they're 2 years old and they ain't the new Jordans. Like, nigga, I never even had Jordans.
Or somebody clowning shoes because they dirty. I'm like, I can go in the bathroom and fix this right now. You can't fix your face. You stuck with that. Like, they would clown over dumb stuff. Oh, he wearing the same clothes once a week. But we got food though, and we got cable, and I got all the games I want. You get what you got. You got new stuff, but you always over everybody else's house because you ain't got no games.
Bro, wearing clothes once a week, I do that as a grown up.
I'm for real.
I got my jeans laid down. 7 days of jeans, 7 matching shirts.
Didn't you wear them pants last week? Yeah, I'm gonna wear them again next week. I can tell you today.
7 underwear, 7 pair of socks. Yeah. That stuff is laid down. That's how I live my life now. You ain't making fun of me for wearing the same thing. Like, man, I've seen you in that shirt
money though
for a while now.
4 times this month.
Like, bro, I only shop at Walmart and online. I don't.
And if it's a leap year, you might see me wear 5 times this month. That what?
I'm just saying. This is crazy. What is wrong with y'all kids? It's ridiculous. Man up.
Ain't even bite it yourself.
Man up. Stop being victims.
What somebody else got bought for them. You know what they're going to do?
I'm Nixon. Phil. Dang kids. Bunch of victims.